My name is Kevas. I'm from Team Zenith, the developer of iFlux, and I'm responsible as the hardware engineer and the secondary backend developer. So this is the progress I have by the time of I-CA2. So as the hardware engineer, I've created the model, which is important for iFlux to show how our software solution works. So here I was able to show how the QC machine changes depending on the color that it's detecting. I was also able to show here that the conveyor belt is working. So this is the issue that I found when developing it. So conveyor belt have some issues with the pulley system not being strong enough and mismeasurements everywhere, and the color sensor being too sensitive to environmental lights, which needs specialized parameters. Here I went over the details of how I developed the QC machines and the conveyor belt. So for backend developer, I'm responsible for device licensing and the cloud gateway communication integration. So first, device licensing. This purpose is to allow the admin more control into which device is valid and which device is not. It also allows iFlux to help secure the system, detecting valid and invalid device. It also helps us develop more accurate solution because ABB have a licensing process of their own. And the cloud to gateway communication integration is also important because this basically handles how the cloud process the data and process it in a way that is able to be understood by the user, and also other core logics. So now let's go over the cloud gateway communication integration here. So the main problem when I was developing this data processing is that the gateway by this time has not been finished being developed. So I needed to create a gateway simulator, which turns out also helpful to the front-end developer. So the gateway simulator is developed from the theory that gRPC is highly coupled, so that if gateway simulator use the same protofile as the real gateway, the data, the testing, if the cloud works with the gateway simulator, it should also works with the real gateway. So here I went over how the gateway simulator is able to send monitoring data and alerts, and other videos go into more details about each of the functionalities. I also went over here how the cloud handles the data that is being received and being sent by the gateway. Here I went over how it handles the license. So here, yes, as an example, the gateway sends a license request. Here in the front end, I'm using a sample Singular project. It received the notification, which is sent from the gateway. So I also have a licensing page here where I went over the architecture of how this is the pre-registration, which is when a device first connected to the iFlux system, and it's not in the iFlux system yet. So here it's went into the process of how a device can be integrated into iFlux system, and here I went over how when a system is already if a machine is already in their system, in the iFlux system, the admin can create license for it from the front end. In this video I went over how the license is generated and also saved in the database, and I also have videos here for validation. So other than that, I have my technical journal here, just missing one sprint because we have 1 week left before the deadline of I-CA2 and the sprint is not finished. I also have the resources where I list all the references and also my cover sheet.